Hey folks, I was talking with a fellow that had sent me a message last night on Facebook, and just got me just thinking about the amazing thread uh, that connects so much of us to each other, and having heard one another's stories, um, and witnessed each other either online or in groups and forums and conferences, like all these ways that we've kind of like um, it's like springboarded off of each other, like into our own growth and our own transformation and our own processes. And it reminded me of this story that I wanted to share. Um, so I live in Massachusetts, and if you're familiar with the East Coast, or Massachusetts specific, there's a place called Cape Cod, and Cape Cod is really far eastern in the state of Massachusetts, and it stretches out like an arm, like a flexed arm into the ocean. And so you can access Cape Cod over one of the bridges, and if you travel all the way up to the very, very tip right here, at the end is a place called P-Town or Provincetown. And it is very similar in nature to like the Castro in San Francisco, except maybe even gayer. So if that was possible. Um, so it's a really fun place, especially in the summertime. It's a huge tourist travel destination, and is known internationally. It's a very unique place. Um, and so every year they hold their own pride, which is called Carnival, and it's a lot of fun. Um, so probably about, I don't know, maybe 9 years ago, um, I was down there for Carnival with friends, and I look over and I see this young guy, probably late 20s, with um, an RFF scar. And had I been anyone else that was there that day, I probably would not have known what it was. But having been somebody that was wildly, interested and desperately seeking for anything um, surrounding phalloplasty, like I knew what the scar was. And I just want to say, like, that moment for me was really powerful, and and looking back on it, like I see why, like um, I came out to a few people as trans when I was 19 years old. Came out to family. I just made like a really serious suicide attempt, and again, and like I needed to make some changes to start accepting myself because I was in a really bad space, and 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 at this point in time, like I was super hungry for information on phalloplasty, which I didn't know was called phalloplasty. I just knew that I needed a penis, and I knew that I wanted a computer so that I could privately search and research this topic. And so, um, after having started testosterone and going to some support groups, I could easily access information about hormones and top surgery easily. I mean, fairly easily within our community. It's pretty common for most people to do those two things: start hormones and have top surgery. Um, and so, thus, it was also easy to see top surgery results in person. But it was always my dream, like my dream, to meet somebody that had phalloplasty, and I didn't really know how I could have even gone about this. And again, this is 9 years ago. It's a little different now, but not a whole ton. Like there's some more resources available for us now, which is great. But um, it was like finding, the mythical unicorn or something. um, that moment for me when I saw that scar, it was like it brought it all home. Like my experience when I first met my very first trans brother, which like he holds such a special place inside my heart because it was like that experience for me showed me that this was something that was happening close by, and up until that point, I thought like the idea of transition or trans people or people that changed their bodies like that was not something that happened anywhere near me. It was this thing that happened in a far off place, in a far off land, and and never accessible by me, and it cost like practically millions of dollars, right? Um, and so when we witness something that we think is impossible for us, it's like um, it literally rewires our brain, and it like changes the way that we um, view our future and view these dreams that we have for ourselves, and they slowly become not dreams but reality, right? It's like we're like weaving these dreams like into the fabric of our actual existence. And and for me, like there were very pivotal times and experiences that I had where like those dreams, like they very clearly went from being abstract to concrete. Like I saw how they were possible, and that they weren't just these these ideas. They could actually be. Um, and so I just got to thinking about just this experience that I think that this power, not power, it's like a gift, that we give one another. I know I've been impacted by so many fellow trans brothers, and probably a lot of them don't even know they've impacted me, but just their existence and witnessing their existence has changed me. And I think that that's a really incredible thing that we have the opportunity to give one another. And it's another reason why I feel really strongly about sharing this experience, as hard as it can be to do so at times. Um, but like I guess the last thing I wanted to say is, that there's a lot of talk about scars that result from these surgeries, and how maybe they're unsightly. But for me, like seeing his scar was so beautiful. It was tremendously beautiful, and it was not just a scar; it was a badge of courage. Like he went through hell to be the person that he knew that he was, and there was sacrifice that was involved, and he came out on the other end, and that scar is just bearing witness of those facts, and that's what it is. And I think it's all the symbology wrapped up into these scars that we have that really make them so beautiful. And so I just wanted to send a thank you out there for all of those folks that have visible scars, and just to let be that little reminder that you don't know whose life you're impacting today, just because their scars are beautiful. So thank you for being visible. Bless my heart.